going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today brings some massive breaking news in regards to Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, the GP version, in regards to the 3-year anniversary, which is only a couple days away, which is happening on the 30th of January. We have 2 new LRs. Yes, we have a brand new set of LRs because the LR bargain sale continues, and we have LR Super Vegito and LR Super Gogeta. Now, there's also a bunch of news in regards to what's kind of happening around the 3-year anniversary, but I'm not going to go fully into that. We have a new Extreme Z Awakening Gohan from the Namek arc, as well as a bunch of other things. If you want to actually see the entire breakdown of what was actually data mined, I will post the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle subreddit link in the description below as usual. So go over there and check it out and see all that stuff. But the entirety of this video is only going to focus on brand new LRs because they're so cool. I want them! First and foremost, I want to ask you guys, between the 2 cards, you can only pick one. Which one are you most excited for? Essentially, this is going to turn into a Vegito versus Gogeta debate, which has been happening for decades. Feel free to kind of watch the entire video first so you can see what the actual cards are as far as breakdowns. But when it comes down to it, which card do you like better, whether it's preference because you like the character more or because you like the synergy between the teams you can create, feel free to discuss that down below. But without further ado, let's talk about Super Gogeta first. We have physical LR SSJ Goku Angel and SSJ Vegeta Angel, the fusion of 2 powers. Now, before I start, I want to point out that this is a different name from the Intelligent and Strength Super Gogeta, meaning you can actually run them both in the same team. If you happen to get lucky and pull this card, which I assume these are going to be summonable, I'm not really 100% sure yet, but that's what it seems like it's going to be. It's going to be an LR Dokkan Fest for the 3-year anniversary. If you happen to pull these cards, you can run these with the other Gogetas. That already has to be sold for this card. I'm Team Gogeta, by the way, if you can't tell. The leader ability is Fusion category. The Fusion category is Ki +3, HP attack is 170% up, defense 130%, or physical will get +3 Ki, HP attack defense only 90%, meaning you can actually run a pretty decent team as far as ones that don't fit in the Fusion category, which is really cool. The passive is attack and defense 120% up at the start of the turn. For every rainbow orb obtained, add another +2 Ki, and when the conditions are met, do a fusion dance. Now, what exactly is a fusion dance, you might ask? Hold on. I'll talk about it in a couple seconds. First, let me highlight what the actual attacks are as far as super attack. If you do the 12 to 17 Ki super attack, you'll perform a Kamehameha and Big Bang, which just does colossal damage. Pretty decent, but you probably don't want to go for that as always. With the LRs, you want to strive to get the 18 Ki attack unless you're using Majin Vegeta. If you do 18 Ki attacks, you pull off the Kamehameha and the Final Flash, and then for 1 turn, raise attack, and you'll do mega colossal damage. If you get the super attack 20, which I'm sure most people will because you want to strive to get to max SA with cards like this, you also get an additional 30% boost to the super attack, which is insane. Now, I mentioned the fusion dance. What exactly is the fusion dance? Well, from the start of the fight, when it has passed the 6th turn and HP is below 50%, you do the fusion dance. Now, I'm not 100% sure on this yet because, again, I don't have actual gameplay. All we have is data mine information. But I assume what this means is this is going to be a standard transformation that we saw in the Great Ape cards. Meaning, once you transform, or in this case, once you fuse, you're invincible from damage for about 2 or 3 turns. You do crazy damage back, and then you revert back to normal for the remainder of the event. I assume that's what it is. Again, I'm sorry if I get that wrong, but once we get actual gameplay and the cards actually come out on the 30th of January, then we'll know more about it. But for now, that's what it seems like. Now, as far as teams, I think we're looking at stuff like non-Potara stuff. So essentially, maybe the Dragon Ball fusions, stuff like Weirus and cards like that. Which, by the way, Weirus is going to be amazing on this. I'm talking to you, D-Free. You know Weirus is going to be amazing on this team with his dual orb-changing abilities. He's going to be super clutch, so I'm using that. You're not stopping me, D-Free. I'm talking to D-Free right now because he always made fun of me for using that card. But as far as anything else, like I said, I did mention that you can probably run Intelligence and Gogeta on this team because this is a different card name. So really the bread and butter of this team is going to be running double Gogeta. So you got the Intelligent Super Gogeta, and of course you got the LR Super Gogeta, which is going to be super cool. Wait, what am I talking about? I completely forgot about Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta with his amazing super counter ability, as well as physical Gotenks. But then again, I still feel like the Super Vegito team might be a little bit better because the options there are pretty amazing as well. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, you'll be able to crush any event with this team, whether you're running the Potara team or the Fusion team. It doesn't really matter. End of the day, it's going to come down to preference, what you guys like. But without further ado, let's talk about the Super Vegito. We got the Intelligent LR, SSJ Goku, and SSJ Vegeta. Not dead, these are the alive versions. The fusion of superpowers, and the leader ability is going to be Potara, category Ki +3, HP attack 170% up, defense 130% up, or you get a boost to intelligent type units for +3 Ki, HP attack and defense 90% up, which means you can actually run LR Gohan on this team pretty well if you have them. As far as the passive, it's exactly the same as it is with Gogeta. Attack and defense 120% up at the start of turn, and then for every rainbow orb obtained, you add a +2 Ki, and when the conditions are met, they're going to do the Potara fusion as well. Now, I'm not going to lie, even though I'm 100% Team Gogeta in this situation, the Intelligent Super Vegito seems so much cooler because there's so much more to run with this team. I mean, you can run LR Goku Black, you can run Super Vegito, you can run Vegito Blue, even the LR Vegito Blue. Like, there's so many more better options for this team. just because the Potara category is so much better. But again, it's going to ultimately come down to what you guys prefer, because at the end of the day, regardless which team you run, you're still going to crush events with units like this. I do also got to point out that the super attacks seem a little bit better for Vegito as opposed to Gogeta, or I guess the Gogeta card. Super attack plus 12 key is the final secret plan, which does colossal damage. I'm not actually sure what that is yet, but it sounds interesting. And then the 18 key attack is Kamehameha Big Bang attack. For 1 turn, raise attack and a mega colossal damage, so just like it is with the Gogeta. And of course, at SA20, you get a 30% boost to the super attack. And just like I said with Gogeta, once the conditions are met, which is on the 6th turn and HP drops below 50%, you do the Potara fusion. Now, I'm not entirely sure what the teams are going to be looking like right now because I'm not D-free here. I don't automatically see these teams just off of, seeing categories. But either way, both of these are really, really cool. And like I said, if you want to see the full breakdown of what to expect for the 3-year anniversary in the JP side of Dokkan Battle, I'll post a subreddit link in the description below. So there you have it. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below, what you guys are excited for the most between Gogeta and Vegito. And again, I want this to be like a debate. I want you guys to be representing Team Vegito and Team Gogeta in the comment section below. So make sure after you comment, whether you comment specifically, just say which team you're on, make sure you put hashtag Team Gogeta, Team Vegito to see what you guys are representing. I will point out that in the past, it's always surprised me that there's so much more Vegito fans than Gogeta fans. And I always thought it was going to be like the inverse, that Gogeta was the one that people like the most, but unfortunately that's not the case. I mean, like I said, I grew up under Gogeta. Well, technically I grew up under both because, I've watched this series all my life. But I was always like a bigger fan of Team Gogeta as opposed to Team Vegito, and I don't really know what it is why. Because like, that Fusion Reborn movie was amazing, and seeing like Gogeta pop up for the 10 seconds he had airtime and doing his Stardust Breaker or Punisher or Soul Punisher, whatever it was called, was just amazing. And seeing it as a kid and seeing it when I'm older, it's an amazing move. But then at the same time, Vegito's awesome, and like when we saw Vegito in the series when he took on Super Buu, even seen him later in the Dragon Ball Super series when he took on Merge Zamasu, he's still a great character as well. So it's really tough to choose, but end of the day for me, I'm always gonna be slightly Team Gogeta or Team Vegito just because I feel like there's something that's more cooler about him. But again, my personal opinion, my preference, I'm Team Gogeta. What are you? And finally, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we also have some 3-year anniversary stuff as well. If you click the subreddit link in the description below, there's a much better breakdown there because, again, I'm mostly focused on talking about the LRs in this video. But we got some cool stuff for the 3-year anniversary coming out as well. For starters, a brand new boss rush. You know what that means, folks. We got some more races coming as far as, racing like Nano, D-Free, yada, yada, yada. I love boss rush. It was amazing. It was cool. But then they didn't update it for months, and it's like, why? Just give us Boss Rush Stage 6. I feel like Boss Rush Stage 6, depending on how you do it, is going to be absolutely evil. Because think about it. You have Super 17, who can basically reduce your damage, and you're just stuck there taking hits while he's taking no damage, and then you take him out. And then you move on to Janemba, who dodges left and right. You also have Gogeta, yada, yada, yada. I don't know who else is going to be in Boss Rush Stage 6, or if it's going to be like an insane version where basically they have like many more bosses as opposed to what we saw in Boss Rush Stage 5. Either way, it's going to be super fun to do races with the folks in the Dokkan community, so I'm super excited about that. As far as the other update, we also have the Extreme Z Awakening Gohan on Planet Namek, who's going to have a special unique mission along with that. And on top of that, I'm going to say on top of that a lot, we do also have the Saiyan Saga Goku and the Saiyan Saga Vegeta, which look absolutely beautiful. And finally, the last bit of news in regards to what else to expect with the 3-year anniversary. By the way, I also want to mention that this is potentially not everything. This is all just data mine stuff, so for all we know, there's going to be even more up their sleeves when the event actually starts on the 30th. The last bit of news I was going to mention is there's going to be daily stones and tickets through missions. So as long as you're playing the game, you'll be able to earn, I think they said 6 stones daily, as well as 2 summon tickets daily. I don't know if the ticket banner is going to change from what it is right now, but right now I know as long as you log into the JP version of the game, you do get 1 ticket per day. But again, I don't know if that's going to change as we get closer to the event. But for now, this is pretty cool. Oh, and one last thing. I heard rumors that we're also supposed to be getting like a new leader for Goku and Frieza on like the Namek arc or Namek Saga. But I have no idea anything in regards to that. There was nothing found in the current data mine information. But if there is anything, you should hear about that over the course of the next couple days. Again, the thing about data mine stuff, this is not all like officially announced. This is stuff that they're basically putting into the game to prepare to announce. So just keep an eye open, I guess, on the Twitters and the YouTubes. Subscribe to this channel, and the second any other information comes out in regards to Dokkan Battle, I got your back, so make sure you stay tuned, and I will let you know as soon as I find out myself. As always, much love to Koala-san for the translations. If you have any other questions, furthermore, you can ask over there as well. So again, I highly recommend everybody to watch these videos to subscribe to the subreddit because it's really, really helpful. On top of that, it's a pretty cool community over there. And other than that, I guess the final question I have for you guys between LR Gogeta and LR Super Vegito, which one are you personally more excited for and why? Let me know in the comment section below. And again, it doesn't matter if it's because you like the teams better or you like the cards better in teams, or not cards, I guess. The cards or teams. The cards are the characters. That one. Wow. My brain completely just stopped working right there. It doesn't matter whether you like the actual card better or the characters or the teams. Feel free to discuss all that down below. But other than that, if you're hyped, make sure you leave a like below. Any other questions, comments, just drop it down below. Tweet me at Rhymestyle, and we'll take it from there. Hope you guys enjoyed us today. My name is Rhymestyle, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.